Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
And we want to welcome you to our Sunday chat for June the 1st of 2025. And Marie, sometimes it's just hard to believe that this year is going by so quick, isn't it?
I know it. It seemed like May just went by.
Flew by, didn't it?
Right.
And here it is, June. It's almost half the year already gone. Today our temperatures are in the mid-70s, and we're going to have some beautiful sunshine today. We've had rain, I think, every day this last week. It's really been sort of a drizzly, dreary week, hasn't it, Marie?
Yes, and I want to go back just a few minutes.
Okay.
You were speaking of June.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so June the 2nd is my middle brother's birthday. So I want to wish him a big happy birthday. He's a wonderful brother, and he's been there always for me. So happy birthday, Jimmy. And I'm going to sing you a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Calvin may cut this out.
No, I'm not cutting that out. And I tell you why. Jimmy, he's a preacher.
Mm.
And he preaches in North Carolina at the Murphy, the First Baptist Church of Murphy, North Carolina. And when he preaches, a lot of times part of his sermon is he will break into song, and he will sing a song to express his feelings about things.
Hold on just a minute. I don't like to break into song personally with my voice. But anyway, I sacrificed y'all's eardrums to sing my brother a birthday song. So all of you that have ear trouble now, I'm sorry.
Well, that's very special. Jimmy, he'll love it when he watches this. Okay, Marie, we'll go ahead and let you do the devotion this morning first.
Okay.
And this week, the devotion is on Matthew 7:4. It's entitled Taking Care of Business. And when I read the devotion, I thought to myself, this is very familiar verses. We've been over these many times, haven't we?
It says, how can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? And that's Matthew 7:4. And a lot of Christians get saddled with saying that what we do is we criticize people. And it's a fine line there. You don't want to point out other people's mistakes when you're doing the same thing. But I think that if you see your brother stumbling, that it's important to try to steer him back on the right path. And then down here at the bottom it says, the course of life will speak more for thee than the discourse of thy lips. And this was a saying by George Swinnock. So the course of life will speak more for thee than the discourse of thy lips. That's so true. If what you do and how you live speaks more than what you say. It speaks a lot more about you than what you say. And then, like Calvin said, that was Matthew 7:4. And then it was called Taking Care of Business. It says, facing your own sinfulness is much harder than pointing out someone else's problems. But in a world that is to be blanketed but in a world that is to be blanketed in God's love, Jesus points out the foolishness of criticizing a friend's small transgressions when you are ignoring your own much bigger problems. Sure, it's tempting to try to fix someone else's, but the reality is that her or his issues are between her or him and God. Take care of your own problems before telling someone else how to fix theirs. And that's true. Let your own conscience be your guide about what you say to someone, and make sure that you're not doing it also.
Yes. And before you do the cards, that particular verse, our son Lamar, now he's been on the channel a few times, but he works a lot, so he don't get to be on there that often. But that particular verse is one of his favorites. He's always quoting that verse, and I've heard him quote it many times over. And we all have a tendency to want to tell someone else how to do something that we think they're doing wrong. But in reality, we don't look at ourselves and see all the things that we do wrong.
Right.
Okay, Marie, you can do the cards. Huh?
Okay, but before I do that, and before I forget, I want everyone to remember everyone in the Purple Prayer Book, because we have many people in here that are at a critical point in their life. And also continue praying for Jameson, who had he's 4 months old, who had his heart surgery, and they had to put him on a pacemaker. And I hadn't heard anything else about Jameson since he was put on the pacemaker. Have you, Calvin?
He's doing good. We did get another email from her, and he is doing good.
Okay. Well, I don't remember you telling me that, but
Yeah.
okay. All right.
He's doing good.
All right, that's a good praise report, and so we are so proud of that Jameson is doing good, and it's such a little tiny infant like that coming into the world and having to go through such a major surgery.
Yes. And in the Purple Prayer Book, some days we'll get a lot of requests, and some days we just get 2 or 3. But we get requests constantly. And Marie and I we're both 72 now, aren't we, Marie? And it's hard to remember every detail. And even if you write it down, it's still hard to remember it when you have to come back to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's some prayer requests that are very special. And when it's concerning a little 4-month-old baby, it just touches our heart, because we just love babies, don't we?
We do.
And so, okay, Marie, you was fixing to do the cards, weren't you?
Yeah, and this is a really pretty card. It says, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." And that's so true. And this right here is from Lori, and she lives in Benton, Ohio. So thank you very much for this pretty card, Lori. And she says, "Happy birthday." And she says, "I do hope it is wonderful." And it really was. From all my viewers, y'all really did treat me good. So thank you very much. And then this right here is a card I know this is a card from a little 12-year-old girl, and she made it herself. Look how pretty it is. That's a very good hobby to have. And this is from Kathy. And she says, "Hi, Calvin and Marie. I came across your YouTube channel, and I really enjoy it." And it's got other things on here. And she says, "May God bless you all, and prayers for all." And so thank you, and thank you for the little 12-year-old girl who made this. It's so pretty. Okay, and this right here is a pretty card too. And I said, I like to collect bookmarks, and so she must have remembered that. So thank you very much for these. This one says, "And into the bookstore I go, lose my mind and find my soul." I like that one. And then she's got Calvin one with his initials and me one with my initials.
And didn't she say that her daughter makes those and sells them on Etsy channel?
Yeah. And she said she sent these bookmarks to us, and Calvin just said what she says in here. And so thank you so much. And they live in, let's see, my glasses are not that good. Let's see, Breckenridge? No, that's the street. Kansas City. Okay. Yeah, right there, Calvin.
Yes, Kansas City. And their names were
Linda and Heather. So thank you so much for these bookmarks. I have bookmarks in all my books.
What would we do without our glasses?
Right, and I've got to where I can't read really small print.
Even with my glasses,
Yeah.
it's hard to see some of these small prints.
Yeah, and also we got a happy anniversary wish. That's a real pretty card. And the person that sent this lives in Madison, Tennessee. And it's Teresa B. And so thank you so much for it. It says, for a day you will treasure forever. Happy anniversary, your special day. So thank you so much for this, Teresa, for our anniversary on the 29th of May. It says, this is another anniversary card. It says, on your anniversary, may your anniversary day be as beautiful as the day you were married. And we had a really good time, didn't we, Calvin?
We really did, yes.
And this right here is from William and his wife. And they also treated us to Longhorns, and we've already used that. We used it on our anniversary, and we had a great job, a great time doing it. And she says, and he says, Dear Calvin and Marie, thank you both for all you do. You are a blessing to so many lives. And that was Bill and Ann. And I said Ann's name last time by mistake, but I'm going to say it again this time. It's Bill and Ann Curry. So thank you so much. And I did say it was from, let's see, Angler, North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much. And I already did the purple prayer book, so Calvin.
You caught up?
Yeah.
We had one picture that was sent to us this last week for the merchandise that we had sold last month, and it was from Tammy, and she sent us a picture of her wearing her pink shirt that says Southern Country Living on it.
Yeah, the pink shirts are one of my favorite colors too.
Yes, and so thank you very much for sending us that picture. Okay, first thing I'll mention, my brother Gerald, he's doing real good. And when we finish recording this today, we're going to go visit with Gerald for just a little while before I start editing this video. And we try to get all of our run around, everything done as early as we can, because late in the afternoons we start to get tired, don't we, Marie?
Yeah, and it was a little cool this morning, wasn't it? I think it was around 55, wasn't it?
I don't remember exactly what it was early, but I know it was only supposed to get up in the mid-70s today.
Yeah.
So that is a little cool. It's supposed to be windy, but I hadn't really noticed the wind that much.
Yeah.
But like I said, we are going to go visit with Gerald. He is doing good. This last week, our little great-grandchildren came over. I think that they came over on Monday, on Memorial Day, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But anyway, Briar, she came over. She was here while Marie was making those brownies. And so we told her, if y'all stay long enough, you can help us do a taste test. And her little face just lit up. She just loved it. And they do watch our channel. So, we weren't sure if they watched or not, but they do. And she told me that they do like to watch it. So she was all for doing a taste test. She was a little shy, but that was her very first time of ever being on camera. Yeah. And so I can't wait for her to do it more and more regular. Briar loved that brownie with the ice cream on it. So the very next day, they came back over, visited again, but this was just a short, quick visit. But the first thing they asked, as soon as they walked in the door, said, do you have any of those brownies left? And you did, didn't you, Marie?
Most children, they do like brownies, don't they?
Yes. Well, and Briar, she said, can I have 2 cherries on mine? And so we fixed it up with her for ice cream on top with 2 cherries.
Yeah, and then Eli, he didn't get to do the taste test. So when he come over here, was excited that he got to see what the brownies taste like.
Yes, and Eli also told Marie, he said, next time we come and you're cooking, said, I want to do the taste test.
Yeah.
So y'all may be seeing our great-grandson Eli doing a taste test also.
Yeah. He's our oldest great-grandson.
He sure is. And, little bitty moments like that is what makes us happy. I mean, that's what we live for right now.
Right.
Okay, Marie, I'm having to read my notes because I can't remember everything we was going to talk about. But this last week we did have rain. I think every single day it rained.
Right.
And I put some pictures on last week of our rose bushes, and we had some beautiful roses.
Yeah.
But those roses, they all, every bloom died. And we've got new blooms coming on. But when that happens, your bush just don't look as pretty as it does. That first bloom of roses looks so beautiful, don't it?
Yeah.
But they'll be pretty again as soon as the sun comes out and shines and we get a bunch of blooms on there.
Right.
Our gardenias, I took pictures of those and I've already posted them, but they've got more blooms than we've ever saw before.
Right. I guess the rain did them good, where too much rain did the roses bad.
They sure did. And this morning, I walked over to the Blair's house, which is directly across the street from us. I went over there early this morning and I was talking with Keith. And as I was standing in their driveway looking back at our house, you can see those white blooms so much better. And he made the comment that his mother had seen those white gardenias and she was bragging about how pretty they look this year. Because, like I said, this is the first year we've had a lot of blooms on those. Okay, this last week, Marie, we did make a little grocery run. It was just a small one, but we went to the Aldi store.
Yeah.
And we're due to make a big trip for supplies for the whole month.
Yeah, and what we can't get at Sam's, Aldi's is on our route. We're going to stop by and get some stuff at Sam's, or we may make another day to get what we don't get at Sam's.
Well, I'd like to try to do it all in one day, but we may get too tired. But we need to do a big shopping trip, go to Sam's,
Yeah.
Aldi's, and what we could do, the items that we need from Walmart, we could go ahead and just order those and pick them up, and we won't have to go in and walk around.
Right.
That might be the best way for us to handle that. If we do 3 stores in one day, we're going to be extremely exhausted.
Yeah, and this is our once a month haul where we have to order all of our vitamins and all of that.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably a pretty big one.
Yeah, and Sam's has some good prices on those vitamins, so we should be able to save some money on that by going there.
When I had cancer, they put me on a vitamin regimen and stuff, so I've been taking vitamins ever since. I don't hardly ever miss them either.
Yeah, and so last week on Wednesday, we went down and we watched Addison and Avery Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, yeah, and that was fun. I was wore out, but I had a lot of fun. It reminded me of how when I was younger, I made it all the way till they went to sleep at night and wasn't hardly tired at all. I mean, I got tired sometimes, but just a couple of hours. This time I really noticed it.
And what's happened, Kim has went back to work part-time now, and she's mostly working in the evenings. And the person that normally watches the children on Wednesday afternoon, she has to do work for the church on Wednesday afternoon. And so that's the reason we go down and do it on Wednesday afternoon to help them all out.
But school's getting out, and then her grandmother will be out, and so I guess she'll take over our job.
She may do it. On Thursday, we celebrated our 54th anniversary.
Yeah.
And we primarily went to Longhorns and had a very good meal. And Marie said, I'm not ordering a dessert this time. said, and I said, Marie, this is our anniversary. Go ahead and order that dessert. I said, I'm going to get at least one bite of it. And if you notice on the camera, I did take one bite of that dessert, and it is really good, isn't it, Marie?
It is.
I could almost go out there if I didn't have sugar where I couldn't eat a lot. I'd go out there and order a dessert and just eat it and not have anything else. It was that good. And also, Marie had got a bird feeder for her Mother's Day and birthday combination from our children. And so it took me about a week to get that set up and get it working. But I finally got that bird feeder working where it'll send me pictures and I can take them off and put them on the computer.
Yeah, we've been having fun watching those birds, different
I've been
ones.
enjoying it, yeah. And
especially the cardinals.
the cardinals, we've seen, well, I know we've seen 2 cardinals. I don't know if there's any more or not, but there's a male and female cardinal coming there. And I've also seen 2, I believe the name of the birds are Carolina chickadees. And
I haven't seen any hummingbirds. Have you?
I hadn't seen any hummingbirds this year. And when I was over at the Blairs this morning, I was talking to Keith, and he said that he's only seen a hummingbird twice. He said he didn't know where they were at this year. And I know our next door neighbor, she's real big into watching the hummingbirds. And she's been saying, where are the hummingbirds? You know, they just hadn't showed up. So I don't know what happened to those. Okay, I think I've already mentioned we're going to be making a shopping trip this coming week. Another thing that we would like to do this coming week, we would like to do a question and answer video. Now, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but we never did get around to it. And so we're going to try our best to do it this coming week. So if you got any questions that you want to ask us, on this video would be a good time to ask questions. We'll answer everything we possibly can. If it's too personal, we just won't answer it, so you don't have to worry about that. But we'll answer pretty much everything. We've done question and answer videos before, but as you get older, things change, and we may have different answers this time, mightn't we, Marie?
Yeah, we might think about it being a little bit different than what we stated before.
And things like eating habits. My eating habits have changed so much this last year. It's unreal. My phone's ringing, and it is my neighbor across the street, so I'll be right back with you in just a second. Okay, you're welcome, Keith. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, ready? Okay, we're back. That was our neighbor from across the street, and I had went over there early this morning. He had called and asked me if I could come help him with the situation, and he was basically calling to tell me thank you. So, you know, when you live in a neighborhood for as many years as we have, we know everybody on the street except for some of the new people that's just moved in, but we help each other. We have a good relationship with each other. We watch out for each other. If someone's gone and there's no one at home and somebody pulls into the driveway, we're going to find out what's going on, aren't we, Marie? But we keep a close eye on everybody. Some people call that nosy neighbors, but we call it taking care of each other. Okay, Marie, let's talk about the videos that we did last week for just a few minutes. Now, this last week, I did one thing different, and I'll get to that here in just a minute, but we ended up posting 7 videos this last week. So don't be expecting 7 this coming week, but we got 7 last week. First video we did was our Sunday chat, and it was entitled Take It in Stride. The second video we did was a video where we made the barbecue country ribs and we made the brownies. And that's the video where Briar came over and helped us do the taste test. Yeah, Marie, those brownies were really good, weren't they?
Yeah, they were good. I like them almost as good as I do, you know, made from scratch. But
yeah, I can't pronounce the name of them, but it starts with a G.
Ghirardelli. Yeah.
Okay, Ghirardelli or something like that. And they're good. But to be honest with you, I believe the Betty Crocker brownies that we buy at Walmart that say fudge brownies on them, and they're about half the price, and I think they're just as good. And if I, you know, I prefer them because they're a lower cost. There's
Yeah.
no sense in spending twice as much for
Yeah.
something that's not
Yeah.
that much different.
That's true. I just wanted to try them out because I have heard that a lot of people say that they're the best
Oh, yeah.
brownies. So I wanted to try them out.
And they are good,
Yeah.
but I would prefer the others
Okay.
on a regular basis. Okay. The next video that we did was the Aldi shopping video. And on that video, we also went to Bojangles that morning and got a good biscuit. And afterwards, we went by the park that day and we went to Ollie's, didn't we? And so we really did a lot of shopping that day.
I was able to make it, and just right at the end when we was leaving Ollie's was when my hip acted up. But I got to do a lot of things before it did act up. So I enjoyed that and everything.
It was a real good day. I enjoyed it too.
And I enjoyed it especially because my hip only acted up right when I was through doing all of everything I wanted to do.
Okay, and then the next video we did was the sheet pan vegetables and the pineapple cream cheese pie. And I love that pineapple cream cheese pie.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I love it too much.
And it
was good.
yes, and it's so simple to make, and you can even make it more sugar-free than what I made it. I actually used regular powdered sugar, which that made it not sugar-free, but I also used sugar-free Cool Whip, and I did use that, but the zero sugar, I actually like that zero sugar.
I did too. It was fine. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. I think it held it up better than the regular Cool Whip did.
Yeah. And the sheet pan vegetables, they were very delicious.
But
really enjoyed
anyway,
those.
My point, what I was saying is, it wasn't completely sugar-free, but it was less sugar-free. And Calvin didn't have any trouble eating it too much, did
it
you?
was real good.
I could have made it more sugar-free if I used the sugar-free powdered sugar, but I didn't go to that length. And I also didn't make the crust sugar-free, which I could put the sugar-free powdered sugar in it, and I didn't do that. But overall, it was just so good.
Yes. And you could substitute a different fruit in it. You could put blueberries or you could put strawberries in it and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The next video that we did, it was a throwback video, but it's where we made the ground beef stroganoff. And that was a really good, delicious meal. And we felt like sharing that with you again. Hope you enjoyed watching it. The next video we did was, I think it came out on Friday morning. And that was Calvin and Marie's 54th anniversary dinner. And that's where we went to Longhorns. And that day, we were sitting in the driveway doing our intro like we always do. And we started talking. And one thing led to the next. And next thing we knew, we had talked for 15 to 20 minutes. And we talked a long time about some of the old things in our life. And we really enjoy reminiscing about things like that, don't we, Marie?
Yeah.
And
it's fun to look back at things.
it is. So when we ended up posting video, a lot of people just loved it, asked questions. And they had one specific question that they wanted to answer to. And so I decided that what I would do, because I answered several people, but then I decided, well, for Saturday morning, we never post a video on Saturday. So I posted a video that Marie and I made 5 years ago in the year 2020.
And boy, did I look different.
That was during COVID, when we were staying at home. We was on what's called lockdown or something like that. But we were staying at home, and we did that video about how we met and got married. And so I reposted that video. But if you didn't watch it, I changed it. I changed the front of the video. I also changed the end of the video. And it's just a little bit different. I changed the music that was on that video also. So if you did not see that video Saturday morning, be sure and go watch that one because it does answer some of the questions too about how we met and got married. And several people had wanted to see a picture of our wedding. Well, we didn't have a wedding because we eloped. We got married in the courthouse.
Yeah.
But Marie did have a pretty white dress that she wore, and I think it was a brown suit. But when I look at it now, I think it's about as ugly as I ever picked out. But that was what I had. But when we came home from getting married, we had already rented our house. We already had all our furniture. We had all this done. Her parents didn't know anything about this.
Oh.
And so anyway, but in our house, standing next to the window with some really rough-looking curtains, but we got a picture taken of Marie and I holding our marriage certificate.
I didn't pick the curtains out. They came with the house.
Yeah, they were in the house. And
there's one interesting fact about that house. We had more wasps come in that house than anything. I didn't know why, but I was spraying this rose-scented spray throughout the house, and those wasps were coming in our house. They were finding ways to come in there because they like that rose-scented spray.
I think they did.
But I'm sorry I interrupted
you didn't interrupt nothing, honey.
Okay.
That's just extending our little reminiscing here a little bit.
So if anybody sprays rose-scented spray in their house and they get wasps, that might be the reason.
Okay, so that was all of our videos from last week, and we had a good time doing all those videos, and we try to do one every day, but it's sometimes a little hard to do a video every day, isn't it?
Yes.
And this coming week, I forgot to mention this, but Marie has a dental appointment on Monday morning, and then we both have our regular doctor's visits on Thursday, I believe. Is that right, Marie? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got 2 different days that we're going to have to go to the doctor and take care of that. And Thursday will take a long time because we both have appointments that day, and the dental appointment won't take that long, but you won't feel like doing a whole lot afterwards after, seeing the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not really sure exactly how many videos we'll get this coming week, but we'll do as many as we can. If we miss a day, don't worry about us. We'll be fine. If anything happens, we'll let you know. I've been putting more comments on the community page, and I notice a lot more people's been responding to those comments on the community page, and so we try to let you know what's going on there. Marie, I think our Sunday chat is finished for today. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't know if you know this, but this is, I think, our favorite video to do. And I've said it before, haven't I, Marie? But I remember when we first started the Sunday chats, and we were trying to decide what do we want to call it and how do we want to, do it. So this is how it turned out, and we've been doing it for a long time now, haven't we?
We have.
And I enjoy it more and more. Marie, I'll let you go ahead and close the video out, unless you got some more to add.
No, I don't. Our camera's going dark.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all do what you love and love what you do. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you've shown me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.